60-year-old grandmother orca in incredibly rare footage showing exactly why they're called killer whales.
Marine biologist Ocean Ramsey, this rare sighting of a great white tells the real story of the ocean's fiercest predator.
Sophia's strike was so powerful, it shattered the shark's ribs.
From unidentified creatures we're meeting for the first time to long-lost species making a comeback, the ocean and its surrounding seas are home to the greatest of mysteries. Here are 19 of the most terrifying marine discoveries of all time. 19. The depth-defying snailfishes.
A new record has been set for the deepest fish ever recorded, and according to scientists, this species isn't even meant to be a deep-sea fish.
You may be encouraged to think they're fragile sea animals that will crumble under the slightest pressure when you hear they're snailfishes. It is a logical conclusion, but you'll be way off the reality. That's because these fishes are defying the most extreme pressure possible, literally and figuratively. Scientists think we may have found the deepest living fishes. In a deep-sea expedition carried out by Japanese and Australian scientists, they discovered a species of snailfish living in the most unlikely places, 8,336 meters below the surface. For the sake of perspectives, that's about 5 miles down below. That's not a depth we associate with fishes and other living organisms because of the excruciating pressure that exists there. The pressure is 800 times what exists on the surface, but these small fishes have found a way to adapt to this difficult environment. Scientists found these fishes at the depth of the Izu-Ogasawara Trench near Japanese islands with the help of remotely operated vehicles after 15 years of research. They say the snailfish species is able to survive at this depth thanks to the high production of cellular compounds called osmolytes. Like snails, they're also covered in a gelatinous mucus that helps them adapt by promoting buoyancy and a cheap lifestyle. This fish might be a genius because colonizing such depths ensures it is at the top of the food chain, undisturbed by killer sharks or humans. But the next habitat might be in danger if something isn't done to protect it. 18. The Clarion-Clipperton Zone.
A remote area of seabed being explored for its precious metals has led to scientists discovering more than 5,000 new species.
The Clarion-Clipperton Zone is a deep-sea submarine fracture zone stretching from Mexico to Hawaii and covering 4,500,000 square kilometers or 1.7 million square meters in the Pacific Ocean. It is a management area under the administration of the International Seabed Authority, ISA. This portion of the Pacific Ocean is unique because it has nodules that are home to rare earth minerals such as zinc, copper, nickel, cobalt, and manganese. It is the largest exploration region in the world, with research showing deposits of what could help to advance a lesser dependence on carbon through electric vehicles and wind turbines. And with the dwindling reserves of these metals on land, corporations have approached the ISA for exploration permits. However, scientists have also discovered the zone isn't just a mineral reserve. It is a super-rich seabed that supports thousands of species. A recent study said 92% of the entire 5,578 species are new to scientists and unnamed. These consist of arthropods like crabs and shrimps, as well as worms such as annelids and nematodes. Protecting the region from mining will not only safeguard the animals and preserve the biodiversity of the region, it will assist scientists in understanding the peculiarities of these habitats and the animals that reside therein. On the flip side, destabilizing the area could result in losing some species for life. Earlier, I talked about a death-defying creature. How about one that defies death? 17. Immortal jellyfish.
Terrifying dead eyes and unbelievably sharp teeth. Deeper still, scavengers and detrivores scramble across the bottom, looking for any morsel of food they can find.
I know what you're thinking, and don't worry, I thought about it too. Could this creature be the key to creating a real-life Superman? Scratch that. A real-life Deadpool? Perhaps, but you should remember our science is not on the same level as the comics. The immortal jellyfish, also known as Turritopsis dohrnii, is a tiny jellyfish that resides in the oceans. This creature has developed a remarkable ability that allows it to start life all over again and again and again. Researchers say this jellyfish possesses extra genes that allow it to repair its DNA. When faced with any life-threatening situation, like a wound or old age, it simply takes in its tentacles, converts into a blob, and grows back into an adult jellyfish in less than 2 days. The next creature is called a vampire, but it's not immortal. Neither is it a bloodsucker. 16. The vampire squid.
It has a unique ability to react when it is startled. It can curl its web and arms around the rest of its body, turning sort of inside out.
Nope, this one holds no secret to getting a real-life vampire superhero. In fact, this is a strong case of false advertising. The vampire squid is not a bloodthirsty creature. It's not even a squid. The name is a reference to the blood-red coloration, and it's the only member of its mollusk family. So what does this vampire feed on, if not blood? It's a detritivore, gently collecting marine debris or dead organic matter wandering the ocean. Thanks to its long filaments, you may notice the creature's large blue eyes, but they're clear and only expert at reflecting the surrounding color. When attacked, this creature will invert its body to expose its spiky innards, a unique adaptation behavior that discourages predators from coming near. We're still on bizarre-looking marine animals, but at least the next one has a nice name. 15. Angel shark.
Angel sharks are large bottom-dwelling cartilaginous fish that are distributed in warm, temperate, and tropical waters around the world.
Local farmers in Playa Seremano, the northern Chilean region of the Pacific coast, were farming for bony fishes when they noticed a strange creature among the fishes in the net. They took the unknown fish to the National Museum of Natural History in Santiago, Chile, where it was confirmed that they'd made an important catch. It was the Chilean angel shark. This species has been identified by scientists as far back as the 1800s, but the description was incomplete, and the species has evaded scientists ever since. Thanks to this discovery, taxonomists can finally record the complete description to differentiate it from other members of the family. One of the most striking characteristics of these fishes is the small hook-shaped thorns on their head and parts of their body. They live in shallow waters and are believed to be critically endangered. Another strange shark has been sighted, and this one may help cure diseases. 14. Wobbegong.
This master of disguise calls the next stop on our journey home.
An Australian woman in August 2024 went viral on Facebook after she posted the strange animal she found on the beach. She was relaxing on a Dunsborough beach in Western Australia when the corpse of the terrifying creature washed ashore. Eager to identify her find, she posted an image on social media in case anyone recognized the creature. After some back and forth, it was finally revealed that the alien-like fish is a wobbegong. Barely a year before the woman's discovery, a 77-year-old man who was snorkeling in the same Western Australia was attacked by a 6-foot-long wobbegong, but he managed to escape after punching the shark. Meanwhile, scientists have revealed that the wobbegong could be the key to curing a lung disease known as idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, IPF. The wobbegong is a non-aggressive shark that grows between 4 to 10 feet. They feed on small marine animals like crabs and lobsters. Next is a shark species that has remained unchanged for millions of years. 13. Goblin shark.
A goblin shark.
The goblin shark, Mitsucarina ostoni, is a rare alien-looking shark, distinguished by its unusually long snout and bizarre dental arrangement. Goblin sharks live in deep marine habitats around 1,200 meters and are therefore not a threat to humans.
And teeth.
The first thing you see when you come across this creature is its long snouts that look like a shovel. On careful observation, you'll notice their flexible mouth, which can extend forward under the snout or retract back under the eyes. These unique features allow them to hunt for meals that consist of small fishes, crustaceans, and squids. Goblin sharks also have teeth that do not fit into their mouth. The family was first discovered many years ago, and scientists say their structures have not been altered for more than 100 million years. Understanding how this happened could help explain crucial aspects of our existence. Still, on the subject of goblin-like sharks, the next one is the most scary looking on our list, but wait till you see the mouth. 12. Viper dogfish. The viper dogfish is as scary as you can get in a shark. It's pitch black with shiny eyes, pointy teeth, and an extendable mouth part. Found in 2018 off the Taiwanese coast, the viper dogfish is an extremely rare catch. It is so rare that the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, does not know what to make of them. Instead, they classify them as data deficient. They were first discovered in Japan in 1986 and have also been sighted in Hawaii. Researchers say it grows between 7 to 21 inches and feeds on smaller fishes and crustaceans. Its teeth are the strangest part of the shark. It's not designed to cut like other sharks. Instead, it is spaced and pointy like a canine. What it misses in a tiny body, it makes up for in the entire jaw that is capable of extending outside the mouth, probably for catching prey as they escape. It also has photophores, a light-producing organ around the head and belly. Scientists still can't figure out how the next shark got its unique dentition and maintained it for millions of years. 11. Frilled shark.
Behind its grin is a mouth like nothing researchers have ever seen. Row after row of razor-sharp.
The frilled shark has a pretty amazing tool in its arsenal. It has over 300 sharp-pointed teeth in its mouth. As you might have imagined, this remarkable dentition allows the shark to hold onto and crush prey, like fish, other sharks, and squids. That's because these teeth aren't your normal teeth. They're strangely arranged in a frill-like pattern. Biologists say this shark has remained the same for over 8 million years, qualifying the creature to the stage of a living fossil. If scientists can decipher why the species has not changed in years, it could help us explain how our world has evolved over time. Frilled sharks, also called lizard sharks, have a long, slender body that can grow as long as 6 feet, with pelvic, dorsal, and anal fins. The International Union for Conservation of Nature says it can swim at 4,900 feet below water. This shark has a teeth arrangement for fighting off adversaries, but the next entry on the list simply adopts the old tactic of making yourself appear big. 10. Swell shark.
Swell sharks are found from Monterey, California to southern Mexico and along the coast of Chile. They can grow up to about 3 feet long.
Scientists collecting marine creatures from a sea in the Philippines have discovered new swell sharks. As part of the 300 species recovered, the Philippine Biodiversity Expedition, consisting of researchers from California and the Philippines, also found what they believe are new species of swell sharks. Swell sharks are sharks that take in water into their stomach. When threatened, they swell up to twice their size to ward off predators. They also live on the coasts of California, Mexico, and Chile. Swell sharks can grow up to 3 feet long, and their skins have a special ability to light up. This bioluminescence allows them to locate other members of the species. Scientists also believe it's a camouflage tactic for escaping predators. The next shark doesn't run from predators. It actively seeks them out and isn't afraid of looking close to the surface. 9. Basking shark.
The basking shark is the second largest shark after the whale shark.
The basking shark, Cetohynus maximus, is an enormous shark. After the whale shark, which is the largest living shark, the basking shark is next in line. It can grow up to 7.9 meters in length. This shark also has many names, including elephant shark, bone shark, sunfish, and sailfish. Here's the shocking part. As huge as this shark grows, it only feeds on plankton and is one of the only 3 species with this feeding habit. Others are the megamouth shark and the earlier mentioned whale shark. Like the megamouth, you'll often find this shark roaming the ocean with its mouth wide open for plankton to fall in. When it's feeling adventurous, it could travel to the warmer surface waters, lying in wait for plankton. That's where the popular name comes from, as it appears to be basking closer to the sun. The shark can be said to be gentle and harmless, which may have contributed to the commercial importance that has reduced its population. From one shark that basks with its mouth open to another one that could easily fit into it, get ready for the next shark, but keep your pockets closed. We don't want them falling inside. 8. Pocket shark.
A new species of tiny, luminescent sharks have been discovered in the Gulf of Mexico. The National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration says the species is a tiny subset of sharks.
In the year 1979, the Zoological Museum in St. Petersburg, Russia received a collection of marine animals. One of them was a rare female pocket shark. Since then, marine biologists have been trying to find other members of the species, but they've not had any luck until 2010 when they came across another one. This time, it's a male pocket shark, which has a different teeth structure, fewer vertebrae, and organs on its back and stomach. The newly discovered American pocket shark, as it's called, was found on the Gulf of Mexico by National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA researchers. It is only 5.5 inches long and could fit into my pocket, but that's not how it got its name. The small shark has an orifice close to their pectoral fins, but we don't know the purpose they serve yet. Perhaps they also put their younger ones, like kangaroos, or store tiny snacks. They look so adorable, and I seriously wouldn't put it past them. Now, a look at another tiny shark. But this one has all the audacity in the world. It doesn't care how big other sharks are when it's time to feed. 7. Cookie cutter shark. I present to you a shark that terrorizes every other marine animal, no matter the size. It's called the cookie cutter shark. No, it doesn't eat cookies. Instead, it feeds on other sharks and whales. It does so by biting off small chunks, leaving the other animal with a wound that looks like the part was cut off with a cookie placed on them. This is a remarkable feat when you consider their size, as they don't grow longer than 20 inches. But on the flip side, it's an advantage that helps them hide as they bite off flesh from bigger animals. They've also been observed nibbling off human flesh. However, cookie-cutter sharks also feed on smaller animals. Everything is on the menu for these guys that live in over 4,900 feet in subtropical and tropical waters. It means their main dishes are smaller fishes, crustaceans and squids, but when they come across larger fishes, they're not afraid to take a bite. Meanwhile, I'm still learning to swim, but some marine animals have already lost interest. They're taking a stroll underwater. 6. Walking shark. You probably wouldn't believe this if there was no video evidence. Thankfully, it's all caught on camera. The swagger and grace of a walking shark. No way, right? How does a shark walk? Well, it's called a walking shark for a reason, but it's not entirely a walk in the human walking sense, since sharks, including this one, do not have legs. As seen in video evidence provided by Forrest Galante, a biologist, the epaulet shark has developed a unique ability to walk on land. This shark may have been spending too much time around sea lions, as its movement is similar to that of the ocean mammal. Using its fin, the speckled shark gently drags itself along the seafloor. The video was taken in Papua New Guinea in May 2022, and marine biologists believe this adaptation may have been developed to reach special places where other sharks can't get to. The way it was walking, that shark must have had a business meeting to attend. Do you still think sharks can't conduct business meetings? Think again, as in the next section, we see evidence for one of the largest collections of sharks in the same place. 5. Shark teeth graveyard.
Over 750 ancient shark teeth, all found in the same location. A shark graveyard, deep on the remote seafloor off the WA coast.
An October 2022 expedition carried out by Australia's national science body, the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation, CSIRO, made the most unlikely discovery. It was a 26-day exploration aimed at recovering fish for a biodiversity survey near the Indonesian southern coast. However, on casting the net in the water on the final day, there were no fish to study. Instead, it was a net full of a strange object of different sizes. A senior collection manager, Diane Bray, said she was a little disappointed at first when we hauled up the net because it was filled with mud, and I knew that there wasn't going to be many fish specimens. After getting rid of the dirt and surrounding the objects, they discover they've found a huge graveyard containing a wide array of shark teeth. The teeth contained in the mix included those from modern species like the mako shark, old sharks like great white sharks, as well as fossilized ones from really old sharks such as megalodon ancestors. They found a total of 750 teeth, measuring 1 to 10 centimeters. Next, let's explore some of those who have contributed to the number of teeth found at the bottom of the ocean. Killer whales. 4. A blue whale appetite.
Killer whales are apex predators, which means they have no natural predators. They hunt in packs, much like wolves, which are also at the top of their food chain.
Many people think sharks are at the top of the food chain, but that's not entirely true. Orcas, also known as killer whales, are marine animals that feed on sharks. But these highly intelligent animals are actually not whales. They're dolphins, animals that many consider to be adorable. While dolphins are generally sweet animals, orcas have an enormous appetite that only huge whales and sharks can satisfy. It's no wonder that marine biologists have observed a group of orcas taking down a giant blue whale. For the uninitiated, the blue whale is the biggest animal on Earth. An adult blue whale can be as huge as 30 elephants combined. So how did these orcas pull it off? And exactly how hungry could they be to have targeted a creature as big as that? Orcas are intelligent animals. These group have perfected their ability to attack huge animals, and they're very effective. There are about 50 to 70 in the group, and they appear to take advantage of their number. However, this is the first time orcas have been observed to hunt blue whales, with their normal meals consisting of fish, sea lions, and sea birds. Could these animals' appetites be on the rise? And if blue whales ever become insufficient, where do they turn? Next, let's look at another group of orcas with incredible hunting prowess. This time, they're a pair and they have adorable names. 3. Deadly orca pair.
If you have any doubt about the killer whale's apex status, consider this. Wildlife watchers off the coast of California witnessed an orca attacking a great white shark.
In South Africa, a pair of orcas have launched a brutal campaign that has them hunting down sharks in large numbers. The latest news says these highly professional hunters are killing as many as 19 sharks per day. As you already know, orcas are dolphins, which are super intelligent animals that learn quickly. Affectionately named Port and Starboard, these two male orcas have developed a partnership that allows them to launch coordinated attacks against other predators like sharks. But something else is strange in the attacks. The duo are not eating the entire shark. Their rampage seems to be focused on only the shark's livers, leaving the remains to wash ashore or get eaten by other marine animals who are interested. Broad-nosed seven-gill sharks are their favorites, but they're happy to dine on other shark types. In 2017, the two killed 8 great white sharks and took only the livers of 7. Scientists say the orcas may have learned that shark livers are nutritious, and since they don't forget easily, they're going on and on. I don't know about you, but I've been wondering, what's their sharing ratio? 50-50? 60-40? One thing is clear, they must be very good business partners to have attained such success. Now let's move on to an animal that has managed to stay off the radar of all these killer whales. 2. Queen of the ocean.
They're around a 50-year-old fish, well over 3,000 pounds. She's probably had 15 reproductive cycles, which means she's had maybe up to 100 babies.
Marine biologists have discovered a huge great white shark. Found near the Canadian province of Nova Scotia, this gigantic marine animal weighs over 3,500 pounds and is 5 meters or 17 feet long. They've named this amazing fish Nukumi, a name that translates to grandmother, signifying how much it has contributed to the great white shark population.
And colorations that are on her body, and that's really the story of her life, the story of what she's had to go through.
Great white sharks are capable of living up to 70. Nukumi, dubbed the Queen of the Ocean, is thought to have reproduced around 15 times already, making it possible for her to have up to 100 offspring. On her body, you can see scars, presumably from the many fights she's gotten into over her life. The team of researchers has placed tracking devices on her, which will help them monitor her journey to better understand her health, migration, and the behavior of shark populations. 1. Great white hybrid. The great white shark, Carcharodon carcharias, is by all means a remarkable marine animal, but everything we know about this apex predator is about to change. Scientists have always believed that all the great whites belong to a single tight-knit population, but recent findings have proven otherwise. In a study published in July 2024, scientists have found that these giant sea creatures ceased to belong to the same population around 100,000 to 200,000 years ago. They found 3 separate groups that live independently in the North Atlantic, Mediterranean, Indo-Pacific, and North Pacific Oceans. According to researchers, the sharks used to live together and may have gone in different directions due to the ice age of earlier periods that lowered sea levels by 150 meters. This situation raises concerns because each group is different and possesses features that make it adapt to its environment. There is no interbreeding among the groups, which means one group could not replace another if any one of them were to go extinct. The only trace of interbreeding is a mysterious hybrid shark discovered in the Bermuda Triangle, which consists of lineage from the Indo-Pacific and the North Pacific. Could the other results of inbreeding be dead as a result of natural selection? Could they still find a way to mix lineage? And does this have anything to do with the Bermuda Triangle? If scientists can get the answers, it could revolutionize how these apex predators interact and maintain balance in the marine world. The number of mysteries on our planet is unlimited, and a huge percentage of them are hiding quietly under the sea. Even as we continue to dedicate more resources to exploring the oceans, it may take decades before we understand the basics. But thankfully, we are on the right track and efforts are being put in place to conserve marine life. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Use the comments to let us know what you think about the creatures we've mentioned.